Good morning and welcome back to our draw along. If you are indeed watching us live, please feel free to say hi so we know that everything is working all right. Technology's had a break for about a month, I think was our last draw along, and I might be a bit rusty too because I haven't done any drawing in the last month, which is horrendous. Pip here and Michael is joining us as well. Do you want to say hello?
Hello.
Hello. And we are starting this term with primates. That one even. We are studying primates this term, and we are starting with a chimpanzee today. I'm going to show you the reference image just in case you haven't seen it. So Jay, which I want to say is Abby, hello. I thought you were doing a recording. You and me both. I thought we were going to do a recording as well, and then my diary changed, which meant that I could do a live instead, and I thought that would be preferable. So I thought rather than record at 10 a.m. this morning, I would just turn up at 11 and surprise you. Surprise! So hopefully that's a pleasant surprise. And yeah, we're going to be studying this chimpanzee, learning a bit more about the animal, and trying our very best to draw them. Now, again, if you are watching us and you've watched us for a while, you'll know that I stick to drawing animals because I'm not very good at drawing people. I don't think I've ever drawn a primate because they are very like people. So this is going to be a huge challenge for me. I'm sure a few of you will show me up, but that's all good. And it's always good to push ourselves outside of our comfort zones anyway. So I'm going to, I'm not going to set myself the challenge of trying to draw this whole image because I think because it's going to be a new challenge and because I'm a bit rusty because I haven't drawn for a month, I'm probably going to focus on the facial features, maybe get the ears in as well, but I really want to focus on the eyes because I just think they're so different to anything we've drawn before that I really want to make sure that is as accurate as I can get it. Abby says, I was reading my book when my mum was like, Abby, Pip's doing a live. And I went, oh my God, I thought it was a recording. Sorry. Hope that hasn't stressed you out rushing to get to the laptop. So, shall we begin? Or shall I start with reading out some facts? So, chimpanzees, they are a mammal, like us. In fact, they're very, very similar to us. They are omnivores, just like us, so they eat a mixture of plant and meat. They live in tropical forests and woodland savannas. They can live in the wild for around 45 years. Holly said hello. The sound is very quiet. I've got my microphone set up, so it should be okay. Is it my volume? Let's see. They are unfortunately endangered. They weigh between 32 and 60 kilograms, and when they are stood up straight, can be as tall as 1 to 1.7 meters. They are one of our planet's great apes, along with gorillas and orangutans. They have long arms that extend below their knees, short legs and black hair covering almost their entire body. Their faces are flat with big eyes, a small nose and a wide mouth. They live in the tropical forests and woodland savannas of West and Central Africa. Today, populations are fragmented with the largest groups found in Gabon, Democratic Republic of Congo and Cameroon. So we start drawing then. I feel like I'm putting this off now because I know it's going to be a challenge. And I didn't actually buy myself a new black pencil either, so this is going to be interesting, isn't it? So I'm drawing landscape, and I'm going to start sort of sketching out roughly, like plotting out the facial features by drawing a bit of a grid just to make sure I've got the accuracy of this one. I want to make sure that these eyes look as real as possible, so I'm probably going to spend a lot of my time here today on the facial features, like I said. I'm just sketching lightly to begin with, just to make sure that it's not too difficult. If I make mistakes, I can correct them easily. Actually, Michael, have we got an eraser today?
No, let me go for it.
There was one in the paint box, actually, in the paintbrush box. I'm sure there's one in there. I stored it there for safekeeping because it's always the same every week, isn't it? I'm trying to find a rubber and a pencil sharpener. So those proportions don't look quite right at the moment to me, so I need to work on them a bit more. I think the eyes are too close together, that's where I've gone wrong. A wider bridge across the nose. better. This is, by the image, I'm saying this is quite a juvenile chimpanzee, quite a young one. Jo says that she's got quiet volume as well. I'm wondering if it's my microphone maybe not working. Let me just check a few things. Bean and Bud say good morning. I can't actually find the settings for my microphone, so that's helpful, isn't it? Maybe I'll just try talking louder. Is that any better? How are you getting on, Michael?
Bad.
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? Sorry. Being about to say they can hear perfectly well. Abby said she just turned the volume up, so I won't keep shouting then, because then I'll burst someone's eardrums. Abby said mine's hideous. Can I please see the reference image? I'm sure that's not true. Here's the reference image here. It's on the discussion tab if you need to access it from another device. Don't drudge yourself too harshly, especially at the beginning. It's something that can take shape, and we know this, don't we, from experience now, that it can suddenly fall into place, even if it doesn't start off too strong. I'm feeling mine looks hideous as well, actually, to be fair. So we'll struggle together, Abby. And now I'm looking at it. I started off with the eyes too small, and now I've done them too big. So I need to adjust them again. Now that I'm looking at it, they are far too big. It's annoying. And I knew this would happen because there's such familiar features to us. You get more critical of it because you can see the imperfections a lot more. They're still too big. Ah! I think I've just redrawn them exactly how they were. We're 10 minutes in, so I might have to just go with it. You should get any better, Michael? Sounded convincing. So even if I don't have time to shade everything, I can sketch in the ears and some other parts, some of the fur as well. Or hair. I think it might be hair on chimpanzee rather than fur. Oh, it's not looking great, guys. You can tell I've been off for a month and that I don't like drawing anything people like. This is mine looks mean. Yeah, that's not what we were going for today, was it? I thought the reference image was quite cute. We'll just run with it. Let's see what happens. We won't give up yet. Maybe I can correct it as I'm adding colour as I go along. Maybe I need to take a break and read some more facts out. Maybe when I pick up my pencil again, it will just all happen for me. So, the DNA, i.e. the material that determines how a living thing will look and function, of chimps and humans is 98.5% the same, which is obviously why I'm struggling so much with drawing the chimp, because I don't like drawing people. So that just shows how closely related we are. As a result, we share many similar features, such as expressive faces, big toes, and hands that can grasp. We also show similar behaviours, and like us, chimps laugh when playing, hug to show affection, and are able to walk upright. In the wild, chimpanzees live in communities made up of around 15 to 80 members, led by a dominant alpha male. Within their communities, chimps sleep, travel, and feed in smaller subgroups of up to 10. These subgroups can be very flexible, with members changing quickly and regularly. After humans, chimpanzees are the most intelligent of our planet's primates, and they've developed an impressive way of communicating. They talk to each other using different gestures, facial expressions, and numerous vocalizations too, such as hoots, grunts, and screams. They are experts at grooming and spend a lot of their time running their fingers through each other's hair to remove dirt, parasites, and dead skin. It not only helps to keep them clean, but it helps them to build friendships and strengthen bonds with each other too. When it comes to food, chimpanzees aren't exactly fussy. Fruit is at the top of their menu, but they also tuck into leaves, flowers, seeds, birds' eggs, insects, and even other animals too, such as monkeys and wild pigs. Some groups of chimps eat up to 200 different kinds of foods. There we go. Abby said she feels like the eyes on hers are too squinty and gives up on colours and goes emo realistic monkey. What's that? Well, we'll find out, won't we, when you share it on the feedback post. Right, I'm just going to go for it and hope for the best. Let's start with the eyes. See if I can focus some attention on that and correct things as I go along. We can but try. Nice brown tone to their eyes. Mine's probably a too dark a brown actually, but again, we're just going to go with it. You know when I'm struggling with my drawing because I go very quiet and I'm not so talkative because it's taking all my concentration. I'll be back in the room in a minute when I've done the eyes. I might relax a little bit. How you getting on, Michael?
Good.
He's got these sort of skin tones around his eyes, which can be a bit of experimentation, I think, with my peaches and pinks. See what we can do with them. And show the sort of wrinkled, rougher skin than what a juvenile human would have. Although this is a really young chimp, it looks like he's got quite textured skin. So I'm going to try and create that. This was probably the most challenging one to begin with, as it's the most human one. But at least it'd be done. Compared to the other primates we're looking at this term anyway. Bean or Bud says, well, Pip, yours is amazing. Well, thank you. I'm not feeling it at the moment. It's stressing me out a little bit, if I'm honest. But I ain't going to give up. Well, it looks like a creepy psycho that wants to eat you. Oh, that's not ideal. Unless that's what you were going for, in which case, you know, it was all part of the plan, wasn't it? And get some darker tones to sort of show the shadows around the eyes, like the furrowed eye sockets a bit. This is where I want to spend a bit more of the time, sort of trying to add depth and a sense of texture to this chimp skin. Got to work quick enough that I've allowed myself enough time to add the water as well. quite smooth above his eye. There's not too much texture there. A little, but not much. A little furrow down his nose. How are we all doing, guys? Abby, have you made your menacing chimp look cute yet? Or are we just embracing the creepy looking chimp? I'm not sure what's going on with mine at the moment. I just looked. I thought I'd look at it up close. Well, that's all right. And then I looked at it on my laptop. I was like, oh dear. Yeah, I said it was going to be a challenge. So if you are struggling, you're not on your own. Don't worry about it, Abby. We're struggle together. It's all part of the learning process, though. By the end of the term, we'll be drawing amazing primates. We'd have learnt together, figured out the best tricks, and whatever one we're ending on, I forget what it is now. It'll be far better than what we've started with this term. I hope so, anyway. The way this is going. I don't know what to do with mine at the moment. Rachel's put, there's this horror movie I saw this poster for. Mine looks like it. Like, help, I'm scared. Yeah, I think mine might be part of the franchise, you know? You know, hold hope. Some miracle might happen when we add water or a slightly more darker tones or an extra line here or there. It might transform it. Oh, yeah. We won't give up just yet. Maybe it's the fur. Maybe the fur will make all the difference for me. Let's get some fur down. Hair, fur, whatever it would be on a chimp. I have a feeling it would be hair. I'm doomed. Abby, I'm literally shaking my whole table trying to blend the fur with a blender with a rubber at the end. Do you know, there's some comfort in knowing that you're not the only one really struggling today. So thank you, because you're bringing me that comfort. I'm going to have to turn the page. We know that Pip's in a dire straits when she has to start turning the paper around to work quicker. So apologies if it's all looking wonky on your screen. But I'm panicking. I feel like I could have had 2 hours on this one. As we said, the weirdness of this is I'm having fun tormenting this chimpanzee. I'm going to call him Lorenzo. It's a villain in my book. Cool. Well, do you know what? That's the main thing. You're having fun. That doesn't matter if it's not the best piece of artwork we've ever done. If we're enjoying the process, you're winning. If you're enjoying the process, you're doing better than me. I need some more wrinkles on this side of the face. You know, I think for me it's the eyes. I haven't done the eyes quite right, and that was the bit that I said I really wanted to make sure was right. And it's not happened today, unfortunately. No, it looks like it's got lipstick on. We're doing well. Holly said maybe you're struggling because chimps are so much like humans. It is exactly that. Now, it might even be a mental block because I know they're like humans, and I've already decided I'm no good at drawing humans. So it could be that, or genuinely because I'm no good at drawing anything human-like. So it is why I avoided drawing anything primate-like so far in our Drawalongs, but it is a good thing to be pushing yourself outside your comfort zone. So you get to witness me in my struggles and laugh. Try to make the eyes brown, but red. I use a dark brown colour theory for it. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? You can hold up a pencil, it looks a certain colour. When you put it on your page, especially when it's next to other colours, it can completely alter how it appears. I don't know if you can hear Michael, but he's like, oh my goodness, this is nothing like a chimpanzee. So yeah, he's equally struggling today.
Look, it looks like a leopard.
It does a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Just actually leopard instead.
Yeah, no one will know.
So,
well, other than the people that are watching live, they'll know. They'll keep your secret, Mike, I'm sure. Really? Oh, it's past. Right, no, I can do this. I can do this. The comment that's just come up from Rachel. Mine looks like a broke 40-year-old single father who's living in their parents' basement. I don't know why that tickled me so much, but it really did.
It does remind me of someone though.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. Yeah. Stop laughing.
It's hard not to though because it's so rubbish.
Right, concentrate. We've got to draw the chimpanzee. I said, now this fur looks better on the, because I've left more highlights. That's where I've gone wrong on this side. Right. Oh well. I think I was too colouring in black rather than trying to look at the different tones. I panicked clearly. Michael's reading your comments, guys, giggling next to me. I can't read them out loud because I will actually not be able to finish my picture.
No.
I wonder if I start adding some water, then well, I've probably not left myself enough time for it to dry for them to add on some more wrinkles, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll give it a good go. Oh, that is terrifying. I wanted a cute chimpanzee. It's just not happening for me today. Right, where's my little paintbrush? I'll try, see if I can rescue it before I work on the ears. Oh, there's these. Bless me. Right. Start with these. No, I need to do a paintbrush. I'm all over the place today. Oh, Michael. Stop sniffing. Use a tissue. Oh dear. Eyes looking even more creepy now. Thank you, Georgina said, bless you. Abby, mine looks like a creepy solemn judge at a funeral where he was the murderer. Oh my word, your imaginations, guys. If you ever start doing some creative writing, let me know, because I'd read that. The hair looks like a botched mullet. Help. I can't wait to see all these later. Japanese again.
Just roasting ourselves.
Well, makes it fun, I suppose, doesn't it? Abby, mine looks like he's never showered in his life ever. I know, Rachel used pastel pens instead of watercolour. So how's that working out? Have you got a blending stick so you can blend it instead of using water? It just keeps coming. Mine looks like he's in gambling debt. Like, and what is it that looks like that? How would you recognise that?
Yeah, actually. I'm done.
You finished?
Yeah.
When you say finished, are you just giving up? Is that where you're at?
Yeah. I just
Why should I have that option?
That's it. Well, technically you can have that option.
I can't really, can I?
Yeah.
I get roasted.
You wouldn't. You would just be the person who gave up on your drawing.
I mean, not looking horrendous, but it's definitely not my best work. That's for sure. I feel like you could easily have spent 2 hours on this one. Mine has a beard, a goatee, a goat pansy. Oh, wow. I feel like I'm at stand-up right at this moment. If I can get away with a bigger brush. Rachel, well, I'm gonna sign mine, then sign off. I'm done.
Okay, so I can do the same thing, yeah?
Michael's doing the same. Everyone's abandoning me. I've got some more facts to share if anyone was interested. Or are we done with the chimpanzee? Is that where we're at?
Yeah.
It's broken us. Not as bad as the octopus. Nothing will ever be as bad as the octopus.
I mean, I don't know.
No, nothing's as bad as that. That was horrendous. Please go and see Michael's when it's done. Do you want to share your, what did we say? Your chimpanzee hybrid leopard. Here's Michael's chimpanzee.
Yeah, look at it.
He's put him in a little environment as well, a little habitat.
Yeah, it looks so good.
Why have we done black ears?
I don't know.
That's probably why it looks more like a leopard than a chimpanzee.
It looked like a leopard before the ears. It looked like nothingness when it didn't.
It's
even
better
have
than the
eyes.
blank piece of paper you started with.
I'm starting to think that the blank piece of paper was better than the drawing.
How long have I got? 20 minutes.
20 minutes of me standing.
Well, you don't have to hang about. You can go and do some cleaning if you want.
Yeah. I've got band practice, remember? Oh, great.
Abby said that's so cute. It's better than mine, which looks like that spirit from Spirited Away.
Is
Oh
that
yeah, that's
one?
creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the white mask. Threadaway is such a long film, isn't it?
I've never watched it all the way through.
I think it was like 3 hours or 4 hours.
It's not that long, surely.
Yeah, I remember it being a really long film.
Did it just feel like it was a long film?
Yeah, I think because I was 6 years old, I feel like
When I
2
read.
hours was really long. I remember 2 hours in my mind as a 6-year-old was like 5 hours. The old lady though, she's just... It's Japanese, isn't it? I think the film's Japanese.
I'm still on my first diet. Well, take your time. I'm restricted to an hour. Like I say, I reckon you could have easily spent 2 hours on this.
Just go on ChatGPT and do it.
No, that's cheating. This has been a tough one, and having had a few weeks off, it's like I'd forgotten how to draw, and I'm starting all over again.
I mean, at least yours doesn't look like whatever this is. I've abandoned the face. It's got no face anymore.
Stay creepy, Lorenzo. This has been a learning curve, let's put it that way. See if I can get the ears in quickly. Darker tones. I wondered if I should have done this a little bit more sketchy as a style, because then that would have meant I worked a bit quicker and had a bit more time. Maybe for next week. That's what I remember doing.
Are you nearly done then?
Nearly done.
Oh, no, not 2024, 2025.
It's been 25 for a while. Sorry, I had to edit this because it won't let me put a new message in. Bye, sorry. Oh, Abby's going. Bye then. Thanks for joining us though. Hopefully see you next week and it won't be such a disaster for us all.
I'm not sure I'll be coming back to the Drawalong like this.
You quit.
Yeah.
Can't. I won't allow it.
Technically I can.
No.
Yeah.
If I've got to suffer drawing primates this term, you're suffering with me.
What? That just sounds terrifying.
I feel like the more I'm doing, the worse it's getting at this point.
Just do what I did.
What, give up?
Yeah. I think it's fun like that though. You're gonna make it worse like the fish.
The fish, the goldfish.
You put the black background in,
I did.
and it was terrible.
Thanks, babe.
No.
Thanks for your honest review.
No,
Don't hold back, will
it
you?
was good, but I told you not to do the black background, and you carried on doing it, and you did
That
it
was like
anyway.
2 years ago. How are you still holding on to that?
Because I hold on to memories where I was right all the time, and you carried on doing it, and then you go, oh yeah, you were right. I carry on those memories.
I mean, it's not the worst.
Oh,
It's not the best.
it's fine.
It's recognisable as a chimp. We'll take that. I'll take that. At this point, I'll take anything.
Yeah. Or you do anything just to stop.
Oh, it says my lunch is going cold. Thanks so much. Thanks for joining. Don't forget between 1 and 3 if you want feedback. And plus, I want to see what you've done. I want to see your evil chimp.
See if it's better than yours.
Yeah, it will be.
Be better than mine. I think everyone knows that.
Okay.
Okay. Mine doesn't even look like a chimpanzee.
You just went something a little bit more creative and surrealist. You just did a different type of artwork. Yeah, I'm going to stop there because I don't think it's going to get any better. Don't forget to sign your artwork. I'm not sure I want to put my name to this one, but I will.
Just put it so it's Elliot's.
So there's our chimpanzee. Thanks for joining us. That was a tough one to return on, wasn't it? I have some more facts I was going to quickly share. They are one of the few animals that use tools to help them get things done. They've been known to crack open nuts with rocks, fish out insects from nests and logs using sticks, and shelter from the rain by holding up leaves like umbrellas. Females generally give birth to a single chimp, or occasionally twins, every 5 to 6 years, so not dissimilar from us again. For the first 6 months, the baby chimp clings to the fur on its mother's belly and then later rides around on her back until the age of 2. After that, the youngster will spend the next 7 to 10 years by its mother's side, learning how to find food, use tools, and build nests to sleep in. Once found throughout the tropical forests of West and Central Africa, today only around 150,000 to 200,000 chimpanzees remain in the wild. Sadly, since the early 19th century, populations have declined because of habitat loss, hunting, and capture for use in zoos, circuses, and medical research. Ugh, not ideal. So, yes, first week back. Next, I can't recall what we've got next week, but the events are already on our page, so you can see ahead now what we're drawing next week. Hopefully, it won't be as challenging as this one. This was jumping into the deep end, I think. Kirsty said, you did so well. Thank you and see you next week. Hope you have a good week. Thank you very much. Hope you do too. Don't forget, try and get your pictures on as early as possible between 1 and 3. It just makes Jo's life so much easier when she's completing your feedback. Thanks for joining us, everyone. See you later.
Bye.